Hey guys, welcome back to Detroit Garage. Last episode we finished off the oil pan, and I leak tested it and cleaned it all out nice. Put a little magnet on there. Forget which one of you guys suggested that, but there is a magnet on that plug. So now we're going to put the oil cooler and the blower on. And I went down to Danville on the weekend and I picked up the last of the parts I was missing. So I got all the valves, a couple of liner seals, and the oil cooler gasket and blower gaskets. And some fuel filters and full flow oil filters for my 453T. So still waiting on the primary filter. Still being shipped. But lots of fuel filters in stock now. So yeah, let's get to it and get that oil cooler finished off and then do the blower. Yeah, happy times. Oh, and the oil pan, turns out it's about 6 quarts. So that'll work out just about right. Some of you guys are asking about the a baffle in the oil pan. I didn't put one in. I figured the forklift is never going to go more than 8 degrees in a incline or decline, so no, I don't think there's a need for it. So I didn't put one on. 12 to 17 foot-pounds. I think I'll put the the video in there of crossing the border for you guys. Kind of funny, actually. The guy, the border or the customs agent, remarked on how loud my 453T was. Suggested I get a muffler for it.
Good morning.
How you
you doing?
Good, yourself?
Good. That's one noisy truck, isn't it?
She sure is. Yeah.
Let me see your face.
Oh, sorry.
Where are you off to?
I'm just down to Danville Outpost for
What
some
you get?
parts.
What is it?
Parts for the noisy diesel. I told him I already have 2 mufflers on it. He said, well, you need more. Anyway, I thought it was kind of funny. So that's that. Proper gaskets. I was half tempted, to be honest, to make my own gaskets. I've got good Felpro gaskets up on the shelf. But yes, we've got Interstate McBee gaskets. There. Just missing this little plate down here. I'll find that. Okay, we're going to torque the blower. So the end plates, they go to 25. Oh, and when you set the backlash, it should be between 3 to 8 thou for your gears. I don't think I showed that step. These go to 60. There. All right, we're going to put the water pump on and the elbow, and we're pretty much done this side of the engine. So these go 20 foot-pounds. Or thereabouts. There. There. Now, you guys might have noticed this water pump is a right-hand turn water pump. Maybe you didn't, maybe you did. But being I'm running it off the crankshaft, it's going to be right-hand rotation instead of off the camshaft, which is left-hand rotation. There. So the next step is to rebuild the head. I've got the head over here, and I'll take you through the steps. Now I'm brand new at this, so if you see me do something wrong, let me know. But what we're going to do next is pull the engine off this stand and put it on the run-up stand. So I'll take the 653 and take it off and then put the 253 in its place. So and then all I've got left to do is put the governor on, the head on, the airbox cover, and that's it. It's ready to start. So yeah, gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing the head. So baby Jimmy's very close to talking again. Don't know how many decades he's been silent, but a long time. Well, there you have it, guys. Some more progress on little Jimmy. Yeah, so the next step is to take him off the stand here and put him on the break-in stand. And then I'll do the head. So not long now. I'd say a week, but I gotta send the head out to have the valve seats done. I don't have the tool for that, so I think they'll just be a couple of days to do that. I'm gonna do two heads. I got a friend's head over here as well. He's brave enough to let me do his head. So I'll do mine first, and then do his. So again, guys, thanks for checking in, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care.